Well, welcome to episode 1 of the 2024 Great Plains series here at Midwest Whitetail. On this week's show, we're going to be joining Aidan and Avery Epperson. And if you followed along for the past few years, there is no need to introduce those guys. They've gotten on multiple great deer over the years, told some incredible stories. And going into 24, it's no different. This week's episode, we're going to be joining them on the property called the Brush Farm. If you followed along last year, this is the piece that they acquired late in the middle of October with Tyler Behlmann. Had an incredible run there, tagging that giant buck they called Stick Tight, and the whole off season has been in preparation for making the improvements and turning this piece into what its potential is. So those guys are going to bring us up to speed on what they've been doing, a buck that they're looking back for. And then to set the stage for next week's show, Korey Wolfe, longtime team member, tons of great memories. He has had an incredible season already. Gone to Alaska to chase caribou with Hope, had an incredible elk hunt, and come back next week because we're going to put those two together, build an adventure, and hopefully it helps scratch your big game itch if you've never had the chance to chase in those places. And we finally got cold weather on the horizon, so hopefully that means that the team will have the chance to get into the field. It's been super hot in the Midwest, and I'm very much looking forward to follow along with the guys' stories. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you guys enjoy this update from the Epperson brothers.
Well guys, welcome back to another season of Midwest Whitetail. It's August 24th here. Aidan and I are here at the Brush Farm putting the final touches on these plots before the season opens up here in Missouri on September 15th. And today we're here on the plot we call the North Main plot. Last year we didn't get permission on this farm until beginning of October. Didn't really have time to put food plots in. But this year we wanted to hit a home run, try to get as much grain on this farm as we can. So we came in, put 3 acres of corn in, and we carved this green plot out here and just drilled oats and turnips and a little bit of radishes in here. Last year we had no way of hunting this farm in like a northwest wind, and we're hoping with this plot being here that'll give us the opportunity to do that. We're going to slip a redneck in here in this corn with a maze coming in from the north part of this farm. We'll be able to access this redneck and hunt this interior green plot, and then when the snow starts flying, gets cold, this corn, we'll knock this corn down and we'll be able to hunt the corn as well. So that's our main goal for this plot. We're hoping it works out, and we're excited to see what all shows up in the coming weeks on this farm.
All right, Avery and I have made our way up here to the northwest plot on the Brush Farm. This is the same plot that I was able to take Stick Tight out of last year on November 1st. We have the stand location right here on the northwest corner of this plot. So it sets up great for a southeast wind. You could even get by with a strong northeast wind potentially. Last year we just kind of used it as a observation sit. We kind of scratched through on onX, and it looked like it might be a good spot because it was at the end of this CRP field with 2 tree lines meeting, and we just kind of figured that the deer would funnel through here, and it was kind of on the high ground, gave us a good spot to overlook a lot of acres here. And that's what it did. We were able to have many good hunts in here. We had 2 stick tight encounters. We've seen 210 out of here, I think 2 times also. One of those was decoying him in here all the way across this field. We was able to call him up in here to the decoy, sets in this food plot. That was the last time we seen him, which kind of leads me to potentially our target for this year coming up on this farm, if he's still alive. That was the last time we seen him. I think it was mid-November. He had broken up everything on his rack. We never had him on camera since, but with it being a new year, we don't know how they kind of move through here or use this property. We're hoping that maybe he'll show back up. We think he'll be a 5-year-old deer and probably be the main target for this farm. That kind of leads me into what we're going to do with it this year. Our plans for this plot. We just put in monster buck rut greens. We just had winter wheat in here last year, and it was kind of late. It wasn't real great, didn't get a great stand, but it served its purpose. Deer came in here, used it, fed. But we think with a good solid food plot in here and food source that we'll be able to have these deer move through here more frequently. And Avery came in here and brush hogged some pinwheels in the CRP that we noticed the deer kind of traveled the most, and one being right off the end of this food plot where 210 walked up through to the decoy. So we think that with that pattern being in here, we might be able to decoy good out of this plot and hopefully funnel all these deer right up in here. But needless to say, we're super excited. Hopefully this plot will come in awesome. We're kind of waiting on rain here. It's been dry the last couple weeks. We have some potential rain coming in. This ground is dry enough that the seed should sit here and wait for a rain. That's what we're going to do. We're going to sit here and wait for a rain, and we're patiently waiting for September 15th to show up.